United to have a go at the Europa League.
No, don't say you. No, don't say that because
right.
I remember. Yo. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Today, we are getting right down to business. The opening day of the transfer window is here. Y'all know I was sitting back waiting to see what was going to happen. And by God, Arsenal don't disappoint you, do they, man? They don't disappoint you. Because when you expect them to go the right way, they go the wrong way. And for those in the chat, some of you already know, And right before I came on with something else and totally in my different in mind, and then boom, 10 minutes before the show hits, I get an alert on my phone from the Athletic. Go check, and I just immediately started laughing because only Arsenal will go out and do something this stupid. This is how foolish the club is. But before we get to that, I want to say everybody, thanks for coming through, checking in. My brother Carl Rossi is in the building. Shout out to the brother. Chompers is in the building. We've got Footy Chaz in the building. Arsenal Forever in the building. The Bronx, Ghana is in the building. Jimbo is in the building as well. Yep, we're going to get to that in just a second, my friend. You just hold tight. You just hold tight. I'm going to drop the link in the chat in a little bit. If you want to come up, chat it up, we can talk about this foolishness. But people, we're here. We are here. We are here. It is the silly season. It is Arsenal through and through. You should have saw the signs coming. You should have saw the signs coming early this week. By the way, I'm going to cut my fan on here because it's a little warm down here in the South. We got a little thing called humidity, and it gets hot as hell real quick. So if that fan is too loud, y'all just let me know in the chat. But, brother, first order of business. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Get my screen sorted out here. And let's get this rolling. All right, here we go. All right. First order of business. Can y'all see that all right? Y'all let me know in the chat. Make sure y'all can see that all right. And we, people are already alluding to it in the chat. We've got Havertz. I mean, what does this club come to, y'all? And why do we keep going back in? Why do we keep going back in for Chelsea players? This is the third consecutive Chelsea player that we have looked at. What is this club doing going back in here for looking at Kai Havertz of all people? I mean, what is going on? So the Athletic, as I stated, I went to check my phone. Ding, Arsenal submit bid. I'm looking. I said, oh shit, Arsenal submits a bid. Casado, Rice. No. This is what I see. I see Arsenal make opening bid for Kai Havertz. Proposal to Arsenal. It's Kai Havertz, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we are. Kai Havertz. It says that the North London club hold a strong interest in Kai Havertz and are now working to sign the 24-year-old. Arsenal's pursuit, which is still at a relatively early stage, has stepped up in the recent days following contact with Chelsea and Havertz. Bayern Munich, who are coached by former Chelsea boss Thomas Tuchel, are admirers of the German international, who has 2 years left on his contract at Stamford Bridge. I want y'all to just keep that in mind. We're going to come back to that in just a second. Keep that in mind. That puts Chelsea at the crossroads. Ideally, they would like to tie down Havertz to fresh terms or sell him for an acceptable price. This is not a hard and fast rule, though, and if the attacker stays there, the optimism that he will return to form, I want to see this form that he was on. That he was going to return to form, they say, under incoming head coach Mauricio Pochettino after a difficult season. But should a deal emerge that suits all parties, it is highly possible Havertz will depart. So this is where we at now. I mean, this is where we at now. See, the word on the street, because I was checking out there in the world of Twitter. And while I'm doing this, let me go ahead here and drop the link in the chat. If you want to come up, you're more than welcome to join, brother. Just ask that you're respectful and act like you got some decency. But you're more than welcome to come up. 75 million euros. 75 million euros for Kai Havertz. That's the talk this afternoon. That's the bid that was submitted. That's what they say. The bid was submitted. Well, I don't know the exact number, but they said that Chelsea's wanting around 75 million, according to Here We Go. That's what he's saying. He's saying it's 75. That Chelsea is looking for 75 million. I wouldn't give them more than 25 to 30 at best. And that's if I'm feeling good and depending on what I drank before I went into the meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Arsenal being Arsenal at its best. This is Arsenal being Arsenal at its best. The transfer window has opened. The fact that they bid for Kai Havertz over Rice out of the gate should be damning in itself. It should be damning in itself. You know? Hey, creative brother, y'all can have him, man. Take him. Take him, man. Take him, man. Take him. That is no, he is not what we need at this point in time. No. Exactly, Pablo. Exactly. We've got Balogun sitting right there. It's gonna cost you a little or nothing. You can move him in January if it's not working out, but at least give the man a chance to prove himself, you know. And yeah, Jimbo, I hope this is true, brother. I hope this is a smoke screen, and that Edu is a well, we know. Well, you know, we know how Edu rolls, you know. So because we're going to get to the next person after this that we'll link with, and then you'll get a clear example of how this club really rolls. I just don't understand why we're going back in. Shout out to Hybrid's local Badger. I don't understand why we're even going in for Kai Havertz. And why did we make that be at first? Because we should have. This is what I've been trying to hammer into people that I've been talking to in the last week. I want people to understand this. In January, we went in and we put a bid in for Rice and Caicedo. Why are those two not over the line today? And I know people are going to be saying, I know you got people out there saying that we're being impatient. We don't understand how the transfer window works. You know, it takes time and all of this, but you know, I don't quite understand how everyone else can do what they need to do. But when it comes to us, we just lollygag around. Rice and Caicedo should have been done. The paperwork should be sitting on the desk. The number that they were looking for should be already prepared. We know this because we've already been through the pre-negotiations. See, everybody's going on about it's well, it takes time. You got to get a number. No. We know what Brighton wants for the player. We know what West Ham wants for the player. The money is there. I don't want to hear this about one of them coming and we can't get the other one. We need both. Get Shaka out this club. He should have been sold this morning out of the gate. He should have been out of here. Arsenal we do this every freaking year. We come out here, we waste time. And if you don't think that if this pending deal with Manchester United gets done, they're going to come in like a tornado and just turn everything upside down. Now, you can believe that they're not going to do it if you want to. But like I always say, I've got a bridge out in my backyard that I'd be more than glad to give you if you believe that's what's not going to happen. Because these teams are going to work. And while other teams are going to work, Arsenal are sitting over here putting in a bid for this gentleman, Kai Havertz. Yeah, this gentleman right here. Yeah, right there. Look at that. That right there is us. Yeah, that's Arsenal. Kai Havertz. 75 is what Chelsea's asking for. 75. Absolute scandalous. Oh yeah, this Mbappe thing, man. I mean, that's not even. I'm not even bringing it up. Not even bringing that up. I don't know what I'd do if we signed Mbappe, but that ain't happening. I can tell you that. I do know that for a fact. That is not happening. But I tell you what, if you could save 75 million and put a couple of another 75 with him, you might be able to do something. Instead of spending it over there on Kai Havertz, because that ain't it, man. Kai Havertz is not the man. I'm telling you that now. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Exactly. Because that's how we roll. You know, if we got Kai Havertz, you know they're only getting one of those midfielders. And we all know we need two. We all know that. We need two. Not one, two. And it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy that we get out here. We have literally went in January, and this is why I'm going to keep going over. Went in January, bidded on both Rice and Salcedo, and then turned around. The window opens. No bid. They have not submitted anything. They're saying, oh, well, it's close on Rice, it's close. It was close last week. It was close the week before that. It was close before the Europa League. It was close during the season. It was pre-agreement. It was on the phone contact. It was snail mail. It was Wells Fargo. It was the Pony Express. It was everything guaranteed. And now the window's open. Where are the signings? Where's the signing? Where's the signing? We move like Mr. Magoo when it comes to the transfer window. We're just bumping in the walls and just lollygagging and bumbling and fumbling, and everybody else is getting stuff done. As somebody stayed in the chat there, brother stayed in the chat there, Tielemans is already at Aston Villa. Look over at Liverpool. McAllister is already at Liverpool. People say, oh, well, you know, so they bought, there's a buyout clause. It doesn't matter. The man has moved clubs. When you want the player, you pay for the player. And when you pay for the player, you get the player. You pay the direct price that the person is asking for, you get the player. The problem is Arsenal are out here dithering around. Once again, we saw this in January. Ladies and gentlemen, where we're sitting around here and we're dithering around with players that we really don't need to be dealing with right now. We need to be getting the meat and the potatoes done. We need to be getting Rice and Salcedo over the line. I don't want to hear this about we can't get two because you're spending, if this number is correct, and they're talking about 75 million, that's right there to him, 75 million to that right there. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It is unacceptable. This is why I tell people don't fall for the okie doke. Because what we do, we'll put in a bid here, and then we'll go goof off, and then we'll circle back around, we'll just go over here and just fumble around, and then we'll come back. That player's gone that we wanted, and now we're stuck with lesser than. Kai Havertz. Yeah, exactly. Why? Why? This gentleman here knows why. Kai Havertz, Arsenal Football Club. Absolutely. A bid has been submitted. Unbelievable. The link is in the chat if you want to come up and have your say on this. But this is shocking. You know, I came on to talk about Declan Rice and Salcedo and this other gentleman here that we're going to talk about in just a second. And before I can even get started, boom, ding, this is it right here. Kai Havertz. We put in a bid for Kai Havertz, and people will spin this as if he's going to come into the team and take us to another level. But see, they'll tell you they don't have top money to go out and buy a quality striker, but we got 75 million to put on Kai Havertz. So I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this about we don't have money. We don't have this, so it's tight and all this stuff. As of Monday night, After that NBA championship, I don't hear anything about there's no money. There's money around. Where is the money getting spent? I'll say it and say it again. It's not about how much money, it's where the money is getting spent. Exactly, CDs. How is Rice our main target, but we bid for Havertz instead? Exactly. This is why I said I don't understand what's the hold up here. And see, people will tell you, oh, well, like I said, oh, it takes time. It takes time. You got to bid, and they got to get the numbers, and this and the third, and they got to go out to the fax machine, and they got to go, sign off on it. We've negotiated the contract in January. We got turned down. We know what they're looking for. We know this. We know what Brighton want for Salcedo. So why was the paperwork not prepared at the end of the season to be submitted today or last night or early this morning? There's no excuse. But you find time to submit a bid for this. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And for me, it drives me crazy. And we've got fans who will accept this. I'm sure we go down this timeline. So somebody's going to be like, oh, yeah. Some Arsenal fan is going to be celebrating over this. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And then I'll say this again. We're going back again to the well to get another Chelsea player. People, when are we going to get enough of this? When are we going to get enough of this? I wish Tony Claw was on here with me, because we be talking about this, going back, getting these hand-me-down players. It's hand-me-down players every time you look up. Hand-me-down. They said we will get better players if we got to the Champions League. That's what they said. We've got bigger fish to fry, is what they said.
We leave United to have a go at the Europa League.
Don't say you leave us. No, don't say that, because I remember
bigger fish to fry. The fish is Kai Havertz. This is what it looks like. We're getting players that are not even in the Champions League. Let that sink in. We got into the Champions League so we can get a better graded player, and then we get a player that is at the bottom. People, what is going on at Arsenal Football Club? What is going on? We're submitting a bid for Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz. $75 million rumored asking price. I just don't understand why we consistently go through this year after year after year. Year after year. We are a staunch down banter club when it comes to the transfer window. TJ, brother, if you want to join me, if you got time, brother, if you're not working, brother, come on up, man. Come on up. I know this is right down your wheelhouse, brother. I know this is right down your wheelhouse. Kai Havertz, Arsenal Football Club. It's laughable. It's laughable. The opening day of the transfer window, instead of us going out. Hey Spencer, I think you might be on mute, brother, because I think everybody else hear me. But instead of us going out, getting the business that was already done over the line, we go out and now we spend money. We put a bid in to spend money on Kai Havertz. Unacceptable. It is a disgrace before God that we are here putting in a $75 million bid for Kai Havertz and not putting the 80 to 85 to 90 million down for Salcedo. But they'll tell you, TJ, that we don't have money to spend. They'll tell you we don't have money to spend. We can't get 2 players. We can't get 3 players. We can't get 4 players. That's absurd. Y'all are looking at this too hard. The standards are too high. Y'all, we have to come down to reality. But TJ, they told us last year, they said, you get into the Champions League, you will get a better grade of player. Well, TJ, the window's open. Show it to me, brother.
I have 30 minutes, Matt, and then I got to go back to work. Thank you for hosting this. You have said everything that I think a lot of us are feeling. The fact that Kai Havertz, another Chelsea reject, is potentially coming to Arsenal shows you the intent of the sporting director and of this club. I don't know what they see in Kai Havertz. I don't know if I care to know. My question is, where is he going to play?
Yep.
Where is he going to play?
That's what I said when I saw this.
Yeah. So yeah, and I tuned in a little late. So if I'm repeating anything, I apologize.
Oh, knock yourself out, brother.
Where are we going to play this man? We already have our center attacking midfielder, Martin Odegaard, our captain, the Norwegian second coming. Why do we need this guy? Why do we need this guy? Why do we need another Shady Acres Chelsea reject to sit bench behind the Norwegian model, the Norwegian magazine model? I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, and that's one of the most frustrating things again about this football club is that we are screaming out to get depth do we need depth in the midfield? Yes, but we need it in the holding midfield. We don't need it we don't need another center attacking mid. We don't need another position where ESR could be fitting in there behind Odegaard.
Yep.
Why do we need this guy? Why do we need this guy when we are in desperate need of a fullback, of depth at fullback? We need a desperate need in depth at center back, in depth at striking. I don't understand where this is coming from. Yeah. And CD's Eclipse just says maybe Havertz is the next striker. What?
Yeah, I mean, that's even foolish. That's more foolish.
Worse. That's worse. So if you're saying, oh yeah, he's going to provide depth, we have depth. If this is your idea of a striker that we need to bring in, we already have 2 Kai Havertzes. And arguably they're better. Arguably, you could say Trossard is better in that center forward position. Jesus is better in that center forward position. Freaking Gabriel Martinelli can play up there and has produced more than this guy. So if you are trying to convince me that this guy can provide depth in attack, I have a bridge, my friend, to sell you. Man, I was having a good day, and then I saw this.
Me too. I came on to talk about Rice and Salcedo. All right, plan. That was my plan to do just a little talk about that. And talk about this other gentleman that I'm going to unveil in a minute. And I just, when I saw this news, I literally just fell back in my chair and said, I cannot believe that Arsenal Football Club have put in paperwork to submit a bid for a player they're asking for $70 to $75 million for this, for Kai Havertz. Anything over 20 is out of order. Out of order.
That's a joke.
I mean, what the hell is going on right here, man?
They can't be serious. Like Chelsea can't be serious, right?
They got to be blowing smoke up folks' ass, man.
Yeah.
Like,
is Todd Bowley desperate to recover some of his transfer bundles last season? Is he just trying to recover some cash? That is an insane asking price. Insane.
Yeah, I saw when you look at the business other people are doing. You look at the business that other people are doing around the league. $35 million for McAllister. Highway robbery. You're pulling off stuff like that. Nkunku goes over to Chelsea. You got United getting that defender out of the way. And then you get Arsenal for opening day, Kai Havertz. Kai freaking Havertz. And see, TJ, and I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna hammer this. I'm telling you, I'm gonna hammer this. We sat in January and we put in a formal bid for Rice and Salcedo. We know what they want. Okay, those are players we've identified. So why is the paperwork not there this morning? Why are they not at the carpet? Why are they not holding up the new kid?
You're not gonna like this. You're not gonna like this answer, Matt. Same old Arsenal.
Same old
song and dance.
I'm about to start playing Anita Baker up under when we talk about Arsenal. It's the same old thing, same old love. It's the same old thing.
Same old story, same old song and dance. Freaking Aerosmith, baby.
And I just sat there. I sat there Monday night, and I told Gary in the panel on his show on DWTT channel. I told him. I say, prepare yourselves for the foolishness. Prepare, because Arsenal do this. They are masters of failure when it comes to transfers. Absolute disgrace that we are sitting here today, opening window, and we're talking about Kai Havertz to Arsenal. And then on top of that, potentially a striker. But you'll tell me we don't have money to go bid for Dusan Vlahovic. We don't have money to go bid on Diaby. We don't have money to go bid on put on other quality players. Don't bring Balogun back. Sell him. Get Kai Havertz instead.
Matt,
he plays in the French league. No, he's in the French league. Anybody can score in the French league.
He kept up with Messi and Mbappe for most of the season. French league. But it's a farmers league, Matt. It's a farmers league.
Yeah, that's what they say. They say it's a farmers league.
That's what they say. A farmers league that houses some of the most elite footballers in the world.
Right there.
Yes. Right there.
Right there.
That's all you need.
It. 7 goals, 1 assist, 30, 3-0. And they're asking for $75 million. You know Arsenal, man. It might not be 75, but they'll pay 63, 62 with add-ons. You know Arsenal.
If they pay anything above 30, my brain will cease to start working.
Be excited, is what they said. Be excited. All we heard last year. Oh man, we qualified. Well, at the end of the year. Oh, we qualified for the Champions League. We're gonna be able to bring in a better grade of player. 7 goals, 1 assist, and 30 starts. That's the grade of player we're getting now that we're in the Champions League now.
You know who's laughing at us, Matt?
Everybody's laughing at us.
But you know who's really laughing at us? And they're laughing at us all the way from 12th place? Chelsea.
Yeah. Chelsea's going to get at least 2 or 3 world-class players in, and they're in 12th place.
Right. And they are going to get rid, and this is just the first deadwood player that they are going to offload, because they don't have to worry about Europe. Right. They're gonna build a strong core, and they're gonna come again. And I guarantee you that they finish in a European spot next season.
Yeah. Guarantee
you. And they are gonna laugh all the way to the bank on this deal. If they get 50 from Havertz, that'll be an absolute steal.
Brother.
An absolute steal.
Brother, they are laughing at us, period, because they know we're so stupid. They say, you know what, man, we need to offload some players. Let's call up Arsenal, see if they want to get anybody.
I'll be right back, Matt.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's see if Arsenal wants to get anybody. And so they'll send us the hand-me-down. It's just like when you was a kid, and if you got any sisters or brothers, and you get T-shirts, they hand them all the way down. Even the baby stroller goes all the way down the line. And that's what the baby on the totem pole gets, the hand-me-downs. This is what we get. We get hand-me-downs. Pratinha, how you doing, my friend?
How you doing, Southern Corner? You can hear me?
I hear you loud and clear there.
All right, yeah. All right, cool. Like, this club is a joke. Like, oh man, like I live in Brooklyn. I've been supporting Arsenal for years. Um, like I go to some of the bars and like everyone's just so blindsided by Arteta. Saying he's doing a good job. He took us to second this year, but it's not good enough. Kai Havertz, he couldn't even do anything for Chelsea this year.
I'll bring it back up again. 7 goals, 1 assist, and 30 starts. I mean, that is absolutely a disgrace before God.
And then, like, yesterday, like, I saw some, like, top gooners on IG talking about, like, oh, we're going to get Mbappe, he didn't extend his. I'm like, yo, I said, I put in my story on IG, like, if we get Mbappe, like, I'm literally going to sell all my things, move to London, and become a season holder ticket, because I know that's not going to happen.
Yeah. If we get Mbappe, I'll start feeling like my paperwork is white. if that happens, I mean, it ain't happening. It's not happening. We know that's not happening, and people need to stop with this foolishness of trying to look at certain stuff. Oh, it lines up because TT Henry is going to talk to him. He's going to explain to him the importance of coming to the Arsenal, and they were putting the clips together for when TT was here, and then they're going to try to put similar clips to Mbappe. No, he's going to Real Madrid. End of case. We're not even talking about him.
Not happening. First of all, TT's kind of appalled at what's going on with Arsenal. Like, he came from a winning team here at Arsenal. He's not happy about the progress we're making. He's not happy of what Arteta's doing. And second of all, like, I'm looking at everyone around us. Like, Liverpool just signed McAllister. Tielemans just went to Villa. Madison is linked to Newcastle. Everyone's making moves.
Yeah. Shout out to my main man, my brother. Mino is in the building. This is our most important transfer window in years. We are back in the Champions League. So now there's no excuse for failing to land our top targets. Guaranteed failure of a window. Guaranteed. I mean, I'm going to say this again, and I'm going to keep hammering this all long as we're on this stream. January came around. We put in a bid for Rice and Salcedo. We know this to be true. They have already negotiated what they wanted and what they're asking for. The window is open. Why has Arsenal not put the paperwork in? Why are we not getting up? Why did we not get up this morning? Go over to Arsenal.com and see the ticker tape parade for Rice and Salcedo at this club. But instead, noon hits. Everybody's coming back from lunch. People are getting their dinner, and then they turn over, and this is what they see. Arsenal make opening bid for Kai Havertz proposal to Chelsea. Absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace. It is unacceptable. And Mino is 100% correct. It is ridiculous that year in, year out, that Arsenal Football Club come out here with this PR. They spin it. They hype you up for these underwhelming signings. 7 goals, 1 assist, 30 starts is not Arsenal standard. That is not even Barnsley standard. That is not even Queen's Park Rangers standard. That is not even Leeds standard. That is not even Wrexham FC standard. That is not even Dagenham Red, MK Dons, Portsmouth, Bolton. That's not even their standard, but that's Arsenal standard apparently, because we put in a bid for him today. So apparently this is Arsenal standard according to Edu and the regime. We've got another guest, Jairzinho. Welcome, my friend.
Yeah,
right? What's your thoughts on this, brother?
Nah, it's scary, mate. It's scary. Bad.
It should be scary, bro.
Yeah.
Considering we were told we were going to be they said, we finished in second place. You'd have bit your arm off if we finished in second place. And we qualify for Europe. So yeah, you should be scared because everybody was saying we were going to get the best of the rest. But apparently this is what we after, my friend.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous. What's your thoughts, man? All right, TJ.
Are we still on Havertz? Because I could go off again, man. Sorry, I have fence insumators out today.
Yeah, it's all good, brother. We still on. We still. Me and Patina was talking about Havertz and his foolishness.
Yeah. Shady Acres FC, man. It continues. It continues. You know, why can't they give us any good Chelsea players? You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. They're not going to do that. With some sense, is not going to do that, TJ.
Right.
I mean, that's it's ridiculous. Shout out to Mama Flossie in the building. Always good
legends
to see
in the
you.
chat.
Always good to see you. Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. And this is the thing. Mio brings up another point. This is the other thing. Spending money. We know this is what's going to happen because they're going to come back and say we can't afford Rice and Salcedo. And I want people to understand this. Me and Ola brought this up a month ago. We've got old players in the team.
Mm-hmm.
Shaka, this morning, why is this man not out of here? Why is he not sold?
I don't know. Can I address something in the chat real quick?
Ahead,
Terrence Tibbs. Terrence, I don't care if you are American, Ghanaian, English, French, British, German. If you cannot ball, you cannot ball. Do not pin saying that we're Americans that we don't know who's a quality player.
He's out of here. He can go talk. He can go right on back over to AFTV.
See ya, buddy.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, no matter where we're from, like we have a pair of eyes.
Yep. Pair of eyes, no matter where you're from.
Yep. All right, Carlos.
Hello. Hey.
We got it. Yeah, call back in, brother. We got a bad echo. Check your sound settings. Put a headset in, brother, because that is loud. So, but yeah, I mean it is absolutely a disgrace, man.
Yeah, it's an absolute disgrace.
Yeah, that we have sat here and put in a bid for this man, knowing that we have other more pertinent business that we need to take care of. And like I was saying before, that at the end of the season, they threw a parade for Granit Xhaka. They threw a parade for him. They gave him a ticker tape parade out of the door. We love you, poster board, singing songs in the shower, all that kind of good stuff. And they've already we know what club was interested in him, and we know the dollar amount. Why is he not out of here?
Could you imagine if we can't?
No, I can't. I know where you're going. I already know where you're going with it. No, I couldn't imagine. I won't imagine. No, TJ, I won't imagine.
The thing that here's two things that I won't accept, Matt. Here's two things that I won't accept. I will not accept Granit Xhaka at this club next season, and I will not accept Kai Havertz coming in, but no Declan Rice.
Yeah,
and I will not accept the excuse of, oh well, we bought Kai Havertz, so we cannot do both.
Yeah,
I will not accept it.
Hello, can you hear me better?
Loud and clear, brother. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm good, man. I follow you, man. You're good. I love your stuff, man. You know, thank you for letting me on here. Honestly, I think we're a joke. Like, I mean, I thought the whole main point was to get the two guys you just mentioned, Caicedo and Rice, right? But all of a sudden we decided to go size. Oh, let's get another Chelsea reject. Have we not learned our lesson before? I mean, we got in Jorginho, and now he's all of a sudden, I guess he wants to leave, go back to Italy. What was the point of bringing him over? I mean,
he can leave.
I mean, that's fine with me, but I'm just saying, are we just going to bring in players, not play them, have them sit on the bench, waste a few money here and there, and for what?
I mean, it's ridiculous, man, because see, we go out here in this transfer window, and then we get played, and me and Tony Clark Gunner brought this up on our transfer show. If y'all hadn't had a chance to check that out.
Okay.
I'm gonna mute you just a little bit. I still get a little bit of echo. I'm just gonna mute you, but you stay on. You still on. But in that transfer window show, we brought this up. We get players that we don't need, and we catch hell trying to get rid of them. And then we can't get rid of the player, so then we end up having to either buy the player out, or he leaves on a free. I mean, this is over and over and over. we're buying Kai Havertz. We're looking at buying Kai Havertz, a man who has offered nothing to Chelsea. Chelsea paid top dollar for this man. And then they're going to sell us the player at top dollar. Then we're going to fund, just like we did in January when they got Felix, whether you think about whatever he produced or not, we generated the income for them to go out and get João Felix. Arsenal are an inverted. See, we're going to talk about inverted. We are an inverted club that buys players for other teams. We buy our competition. Now, what planet does that work on? We buy our own competition. So when you see the City team, we put in money for Erling Haaland, and I explained that to Tony. Erling Haaland, we paid for that player for them. Whoever Chelsea get, because if we stupid enough to do this deal, we're paying for their players. We're foolish. We're foolish. I'll say it again. 7 goals, 1 assist, 30 stars. You would think that's somebody out of Arsenal's academy coming up with them kind of numbers. To
me, that sounds like Eddie Nketiah number right there.
That does.
That's what it sounds like to me.
All right, he brought him up, so I got to play my song. There you go. He brought him up. When I hear his name, the song is played. Pretend. You quiet over there. What's your thoughts on this, dear?
I like the buzzer at the end.
This is how you know we do inverted business at Arsenal, right? Because from what I was told, Fabio Vieira and João Felix, they have the same agent, right? In January, it shouldn't have been easy breezy to get João Felix over to Arsenal. Like, hey, come on, like that. That's like your friend being the DJ at a club that you're trying to get into. Like, that's easy going. Like, come on, like this club is a joke. Like, we're not serious about winning, and I'm starting to believe Lee Gunner when he said this club is a Ponzi scheme. Like, it's just to push merch and reap as much money as we can. Like, we don't have no interest in winning.
Yep, you're right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the volcano, my bald-headed brother has pulled into town. I know that look. I know when he saw this story, I knew he blew a gasket. He had to get out of the car because he would have wrecked it if he didn't. Kyle Walsh is in the building.
Big up, Matt, and all the lads, TJ, the whole audience, you're all legends, and big up to the chat. And thanks for having me on, Matt. And I'm going to say something, and I'm going to say it straight up. Arsenal Football Club is dead. It's finished. Forget about it. People are telling me that we're going to compete next season, we're going to win the league, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. We're going to do zero. Transfer window. Look what we have. Look who we're linked to. This idiot on the screen. I'm sick and tired of Chelsea players coming to Arsenal. It's shocking. Declan Rice won't be coming to us either. We're too slow, not making the right moves. Forget about it. This season coming is going to be a whitewash. And I'm going to sit back because everything I've said for the last 20 years is all right. We're a joke of a club. Absolute joke. This is embarrassing. Eddie Nketiah is a better player than this fool on the screen. Embarrassing. I'm sick and tired of it.
Yeah, Wilson. See, Wilson, I tried to tell you this. I told you. This club.
I tell you what. When I saw, first of all, guys, how you doing? Wilson, I'm in the house, people. When I saw about the rumours of Kai Havertz and Arsenal being interested in him, I was absolutely fuming. I do not want this guy anywhere near this football club. Like, we're in Champions League. We're meant to be challenging for 4 titles next season. Not with Kai Havertz, man. What the hell is he going to do at Arsenal? That's what he's doing at Chelsea. Nothing. Why the hell are we going for another Chelsea player for? It's baffling, man. It's baffling. I pray to God it does not happen. I'd rather get Musa Diaby from Bayern Leverkusen over Kai Havertz all day long. He's a better player than him. There's better players than him. Come on, Southern Gunner. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man.
Brother, you over here preaching to the choir. The fact that we're even looking at Kai Havertz.
It's embarrassing, man. Shocking.
This is the 13 days. This is the third. Am I right in that? This is the third Chelsea player that we've looked at in the last few years. I know it's 4 total with Chet.
Yes.
Well, if you want to go historically, we can go about 5 or 6. But the past few years,
there's more.
3 recently.
3 recently that we have sat here. We have sat here and went after their trash. We go after their trash, and then we bring it in and sell it as gold. I'll say it like we said down south. It's absolute fool's gold. It is.
I'll tell you what, Southern Gunner, yeah. The fact that we're even looking at him, that's even more of a joke. If we were linked to Musa Diaby from Bayern Leverkusen, I'd have been more excited for them.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Come on now. Oh, it's embarrassing. It's shocking, man. It's shocking, man. I just pray to God we do not get him. If we do not get him, I'll be back bouncing up and down. So, get in, we're not going to get covered. Come on, man. I mean, they are far better players than Kai Havertz. Let's be real. It's shocking, man. It's shocking. I'm fuming about it.
Yeah, go ahead, Kyle.
Yeah, Matt, just want to say to you there, man. I'm sitting here today and I'm absolutely disgusted what I'm seeing. Tomorrow, the fixture list comes out tomorrow, Matt. And let me tell you from where I am. There's a very good friend of mine who's a season ticket holder. He rang me last night. He's had to give me preference on 3 games with his season ticket to go out to this season. So I'm to meet him tomorrow morning after the fixture list to pick out 3 games to go out to for using his tickets. And I'm sitting here disgusted because I'm ringing him tonight to tell him that I'm not meeting him because I don't want tickets to go to see this rubbish. Look at this fool playing centre forward for Arsenal Football Club.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's shocking. It's shocking, man. I mean, come on now. Really? Havertz? What is he going to do? Tell me. Come on now. Get out of here. But, I mean, come on now. It's shocking. It's shocking. I'm fuming.
This man had 7 goals, 1 assist, and 30 starts.
He's not even scored more than 10 goals, Southern Gunner, man.
He's been
not
at Chelsea
more than 10.
How long has he been at Chelsea? What, 3-4 years?
Couple of years now.
3-4 years.
He's crap, man.
This is a textbook. Senior. This is textbook Arsenal. This is
typical Arsenal, man. Typical.
Just bad business all around. Things that nobody wants.
It's laughable, man.
I'm listening to AFTV there today, and there's a few of those characters on AFTV that's bigging this clown up, saying that he's going to be a good side. What is going on with the fan base?
Come on now, I ain't settled for that.
The fan base is delusional, and I've said that week in and week out. That the fan base. I'm gonna mute your mic a little bit. I think I'm getting feedback. Yeah.
They're trying to justify this fella. Don Robbie is trying to justify this clown on the screen here.
These folks will tell you that water is not wet. They'll try to sell you on that water is not wet. Everybody with good sense knows that a player that has scored 7 goals, 1 assist, and 30 starts is not up to Arsenal quality.
Nowhere near. So why the hell were we linked with this guy then? He is an absolute dog, man. He's dog.
Wilson, I'm going to say it again. Kyle, I'm going to say it again. Pretend, I'm going to say it again. And this is the narrative. I keep telling you. You have to hit these super fans with the narrative. The narrative is we sat there in January. We put in a bid for Rice and Salcedo.
Yeah.
We do the numbers. We know what they want. We know what they're asking for. Well, now the window is open.
Get moving.
Why has the paperwork not been submitted? Why are we not reading that? Last night, before I went to bed, Kyle, I was looking at all the dirt sheets $100 million rice. What was the term I heard? Lee say it was in the final mode or something along that line, and we're right at the line, and all of these terms. And if you think about it, they said this deal was supposed to be done last week, the week before that, the week after that, before the end of the season. He gave his word in January. He's won the Europa League. He all this stuff. And where's it at? Where's it at now?
Mass, he's gone on England. He's gone on international duty with England. If we were a serious club, he should be got by now. That deal should be done. And the next thing we should be doing is going out and get Casado. Instead of that, we're still.
Yeah.
I tell you what. I tell you what.
Instead of that, we're sitting here doing nothing. It's a joke. And this Man United, I don't know how true this is. This Arab fella, 7 billion. It looks like it's a done deal. He's going to buy Man United, and he's going to buy in all these top players. And Man United will be winning the Premier League titles. Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, and where will we be? Mid-table. That's where we'll be.
Whoa. Wow. I tell you what.
And it was a horrible business person. Like, what player has he got over the line at the time?
He hadn't got anyone over the line of quality. And that, you know what? As a matter of fact, that's a perfect segue. I'm gonna go into this next topic here. Arsenal. I'm gonna mute you because I keep getting the feedback over here. Check your mic. Arsenal identify Leicester star Timothy Castagne as alternative if first choice right back becomes unavailable. I want y'all to understand something. This man, Kyle, when you see stuff like this, man, Timothy Castagne. Now, who even knows who this guy is? He's been playing for Leicester, and I didn't even know who he was. Castagne, I didn't even know, and it's embarrassing that I didn't even know this guy was even in the league, and we're linked with this guy. Why don't we go out? Because we were told, Kyle, Tina and Wilson, we were told this. We were told that getting Champions League would get us world class.
Yeah, it's not just him. It's not only him. I think we've been linked with Cancelo as well.
I'm just trying to find a world class player.
Yeah,
I don't want no player that Chelsea doesn't want. I don't want no player that City doesn't want. Like, I want the cream of the crop. Like, Mbappe he's looking to leave PSG. Why aren't we not going in for him?
Because we don't have any ambition.
Well, we need to show that then. Well, we need to show that because we're in Champions League right now. There's no excuses now.
Wilson,
no excuses.
Wilson, when you saw all of the fans with that new kit on at the end of the year, that was all you need to see. That's where the money that follow the money with this club follow money.
Let me tell you something. We're talking about the likes of these players. We're saying here today, where's the big stars? We have Champions League football. This is going on for the last 20 years. We're buying in players that are not fit enough to wear the jersey. That's why we're gone 20 years without a league title. It's embarrassing. I'm saying this year in, year out. It's time for people to wake up, not buy the merchandise, not show up for games, and start getting the standards back up to where they should be.
Yep.
The standards are on the ground.
I tell you what, guys.
These players are linked to Arsenal Football Club. It's embarrassing. It's hard.
I'll tell you what. There is one word that Arsenal need to do. We need to be ruthless this summer. And two, we got to learn from our mistakes, or otherwise the same mistakes will keep happening over and over and over again. As much as I want Rice and Casado arriving at Arsenal, I do not want Havertz or any average player arriving. We need players who are going to challenge our first team players.
Shout out to Oregon.
That's all I can say at this point.
Yeah, the fact you're saying words that don't even associate with Arsenal, man. Ruthless and aggressive. That's not Arsenal, man.
That's not within our nature.
Say it again. What? It's not within our nature to be ruthless and aggressive. Ruthless would have been Shaka would have been sold today. Players that of no use would have been sold today. We would not be paying Reece Nielsen $100,000 a week for a 4-year deal. That's ruthless. We're not ruthless. We're toothless. We're toothless.
No. First of all, if we were ruthless, two players who was playing shitty towards the end of the season, they wouldn't even be on the pitch to finish out the season. Saka had a horrible last 6, 7, 8 games. Should have been dropped. Like Partey has been like, but the thing again, like yes, we can't even afford to be ruthless. We have no bench.
Yep. See, and that's another issue too. When you look at the players, we're bringing in players that we can't rely on these players. We cannot rely on these players. When you look at the bench that we have, El Nene is still on the bench.
Oh.
Why is he still in this club? He's still on the bench. They just put out a press release the other day. He's going to be featured on the tour in the United States. It's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
It's got to be addressed. It has to be addressed. And as I said, like last season, the reason why we did not win the league, it came down to several things. One, we lack squad depth in certain areas. And two, there's been certain games that we've lost it. The Liverpool game, the West Ham away, Southampton at home, Brighton at home. There's other games that we've lost points on, and not only that, Arteta's in-game management at times cost us dearly. Our complacency and mistakes cost us dearly. When are we going to start learning from our mistakes? We've got to learn from our mistakes, or otherwise, guys, the same mistakes will keep happening again, and Arteta's in-game management has to improve. Has to improve. And the players, man, when we needed them, remember the moment that Partey gave the ball away when Declan Rice got the ball? I was fuming. What was he doing? He was flickering over the ball over Rice. In a crucial moment, like that. Come on, man. Our mistakes cost us.
Wilson,
dearly.
Wilson, I told you in the spring. I tried to tell you all about this. Y'all thought I was being hard. Y'all thought I was being rough on the manager. Y'all thought I was being tough. And I told you that this club is out of order. I told you this football club is out of order. And right now, I'm gonna put you on mute, brother, because I keep getting a lot of feedback, man. Check your phone. If you're watching on your phone, mute your phone or whatever. I'm getting a lot of noise over there on your end, Wilson. But it's this club is not. They're not serious. They're not ready to challenge. Last year was a fluke, whether you want to believe it or not. We fell right down the toilet right when it counted. I saw fans this weekend pretending. I saw fans complaining about City cutting checks and oil money and all this kind of foolishness and sheiks. They're winning. They're out buying quality players. They're getting prepared for another run. They're talking about I heard somebody say yesterday that they're talking about going undefeated. They want to go after the big dog record.
But check this out. Every business on the planet has to invest money to make sure they run optimally in whatever field industry they're in. City is doing nothing different than what McDonald's or Apple or any of these companies are doing. They're reinvesting in their club. They're making sure they have the best squad, the best team to compete. It's not like screw other teams who don't want to invest and who doesn't prioritize winning. That's on them. And like even with all the money that City has, there was no excuse for us not to win the season. Like we were 8 points clear. We were 93% of the season we were up. We didn't even have to beat City. That's the sad part about it. Like if we had took care of Liverpool, we had took care of West Ham, if we had took care of Southampton, we didn't even need to beat City.
Yep.
So I don't want to hear no excuses.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear no excuses about City money, this money that. We had the league in our hands. So
Yep.
And we let it slip away.
Yep. It was there. And see, this is the narrative. Let me tell you what's going to happen next season. People are still going to realize they're going to look back and they're going to try to still look at this season as a success. But as the season gets further down the totem pole, they're going to realize there was a wasted opportunity because these teams are going to come back next year. Your Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Newcastle. They hadn't even got started yet. Good. Aston Villa's out here signing players already. They're going to come back much better. And for some weird reason, Arsenal fans in their head think we're going to come back and challenge for the title next year because of this year. And that's not reality. The reality is a clean slate for everybody next year. I'll go far as to say this, Bertine. I'm gonna let you talk. I'll go far as to say this. I don't know, and I've said this since the end of the season. I don't even know if we'll qualify for a Champions League next year at all. If we even in fifth. That's real talk.
Check this out. And I hate to break this. Like, I know I'm gonna get a lot of hit back for this, but the only reason why we finished second this season is because every other team around us was doing bad. Chelsea had one of the worst seasons they had in a while. Liverpool was a shocker this season. City started off the season rough. Like everyone, Manchester United started off the season rough. Like everyone around us had hiccups that was crucial to their season. So that's the only reason why I think we finished so high. Next season, it's gonna be a different ball game because everyone's reinvesting and everyone's learning from this season's blip.
Yeah, and this is like Creative Soul says right here. You cannot play second string players in the Champions League. I'm gonna mute you again. All right, Wilson, I'm gonna have to drop you in a second, man, because when I talk, I keep getting feedback. It's throwing me off. You can't play second string players in the Champions League knockout tie against Madrid, Bayern, PSG, Napoli, City, and the like. I mean, no. That what you saw against Sporting Lisbon is not going to work in Champions League at all. And I know that we're not in the pot that we thought we were going to be in, but I want you to understand something. I think I saw Red Star Belgrade in there, teams like that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to drop you, Wilson, man. I keep getting feedback when I talk, man, and it is driving me ballistic. Just get that sorted out, man, and we'll get you back up, man. But I don't understand where this football club is headed. And I think today really was a really right shocker, no pun intended, for for us that we were people that were kind of like holding out a little hope, that we were going to start this thing off the right way. And here we are again, right where we're right back where we started from. Nothing's changed. And I know you're getting ready to drop in just a second, and I'm probably gonna wrap it up in a little bit. But I just any closing thoughts before you roll out?
Yeah, like nothing's changed. Like the thing that needs to really change is the core of this club. Like the core of this club is rotten. And this is going back from Wenger days when he told us top 4 is a trophy. That has been planted in the minds of Arsenal fans. And we think that top 4 is something to, be proud of. Like, there's no ruthlessness in this club. Like, there's no ambition. It's just everyone's just happy to be, a participant. So it's just the core that needs to be changed. And I'm going to head out with that because I got to drop my mom.
Got you. You're always welcome up here. Enjoyed you, man. Appreciate it. You be safe out. Be safe out there in New York.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for having me. Love your show.
Peace. Thank you so much. All right, man. I tell you, people, it is this transfer window is outrageous, man. It's already started outrageous. And Bronx, I'm gonna get you about. It's the first day. I know it's the first day, but we've been dealing with this since January. We knew what our targets were, brother. We knew what we wanted. We knew this. We knew, everybody knew, it was obvious. We were waiting on this to Salcedo and Rice. That's all you've been hearing. Salcedo and Rice. Salcedo and Rice. Salcedo and Rice. Then all of a sudden, Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz. They want him at the carpet. Just a name. It's a big name. They just want a name to say, oh man, we got a bid, It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Amsterdam. Yeah, exactly. The next Willian. Let me say this, man. Let me say this. Let me say this. Next season, y'all understand this. Next season is one of the most important seasons in the history of Arsenal Football Club. In the history. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Let me put this out there for people who, when we look at these signings, all these signings that Arteta and them, the party's doing. Let's look at this. Let's play worst case scenario. We sign these players. Let's say we get Havertz, we get Castagne, we get, and it doesn't work out. And for some miracle happens, we end up getting rid of Mikel Arteta. And we turn around and we're stuck with more dead wood. People, this is important. This season is massive. We don't have time to play around. This kind of stuff right here, what you see on the screen, is not what we need to be doing. It is absolutely criminal that we're out here looking at this instead of getting what we need to get done and out of the way. This is shaping up to be, and it's the first day, but I just know how the club roll. We know this. We know our football club. This is shaping up to start right out of the gate the same way. When you see stuff like this, you know you're in for a ride. We shouldn't even be linked. They shouldn't even be bringing that name up with Arsenal Football Club. It shouldn't even be brought up with Arsenal Football Club. And if we sign Declan Rice, I'm all aboard. I'm on board with it. I have no problem with it. We sign Caicedo, I'll be over the moon. We sign Kai Havertz, we're gonna have some major issues, man. We got some major issues, especially for a rumored $75 million. Rumored. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. But until the fan base gets enough of being made a fool out of, they're going to keep doing this over and over and over. As Kyle stated earlier, the standard has to be raised. The standard has to be raised. This is absolutely ridiculous. It's a disgrace. It's an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment that we're out here doing this, going out there, making an opening bid for Kai Havertz on the first day, when that's not what we even need. It's the most Arsenal thing to do. It's the most Arsenal thing to do. People, I've gone over an hour. I appreciate you all stopping through. I want to say a shout out to TJ Wilson. We're going to get that audio sorted out, man. We'll get you back up next time. Kyle, appreciate you, brother, for coming through. Pretinia, we appreciate you as well. Everybody in the chat, Oregon, always good to see you. Minho, Wolfgang, Minho, Anthony Burden, Bronx, Taib, all my people. Always good to see you here today. I'm going to go through these last few comments right quick. Anthony Burden says, I was in the military the way Arsenal threw away. His title was like walking. Oh, yeah. I know about that too, brother. I was in JROTC. Yep. Know all about it, man. You're on that first lap and you just completely blow it. Now you got to come all the way back out another day and do it all over again. Yep. Know all about it. Yep. Minho, we got to get you, hey, man. We're going to need more people speaking out, brother. Going to need more people speaking out, man. Yeah, I'm trying to stay a little bit positive there. I'm trying to stay somewhat positive. Get the likes up, people. 39. Get the likes up. We're out here moving like that transfer window. Yeah, I agree. Declan Rice should be Act 1. Yep. He's cooking cabbage on the grill, man. Not cooking meat. Cooking cabbage. What if you get both Rice and Kai Havertz? Would you? Nah, I don't want Kai Havertz in this club because that's a waste of money. 7 goals, 1 assist, 30 stars. 1 assist. He doesn't even have 1 assist, 7 goals, 30 appearances. Nah. Sorry, man. That's not good enough, man. Not good enough. Carlos, also it's for you, brother, as well. Appreciate you coming up, man. Always welcomed up here, man. Yep, man. Yep. Well, appreciate you, man. Yeah, Deucin, man. Deucin was available, and he was there. I mean, I would have went back in for him, man. I'm not paying 75 million for this for Kai Havertz. Yeah, I'd have loved to have gone back in for Deucin Vlahovic, man. We need a striker, and that's something else that's getting tossed under the carpet. People are not bringing up that we need quality over quantity, quality over quantity. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate you for hanging out with me this afternoon, or this evening, or this morning, wherever you are. Make sure that you head on over today. Jez is going to be doing his show this afternoon, 3:30 Eastern time. Make sure you check out American Idiots on Fridays with TJ in the Oregon Guna. Make sure you check out Tony Clark Gunner. Make sure you subscribe to those gentlemen. Also check out Brother Lee as he's doing his transfer videos each day. And keep your head up. Wish for the stars. Well, what striker would I want? I'd take Dusan Vlahovic. Quite frankly, Dusan Vlahovic, Ivan Toney, and I'm satisfied. That's what I'd be satisfied with. But I know my club, so I'm not even going to even wish for that because I already know how we're going to roll. They'll end up with we'll end up with some ragtag from Payok as the striker, and then they'll sell us on he's a world beater, the next big thing, and then we'll be stuck loaning him out, and then we'll let him go for free too, and we'll start the cycle all over again. You know how it rolls. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one, man. Appreciate you. Out.